Amor Fati. 2 words in a dead language for the hardest move a person makes. To love the thing that already happened. The wreck, the no, the day gone sideways. And mean it. Not grit your teeth, not make peace. Love it. A slave with a ruined leg reached for it. A dying emperor wrote it down. Nobody sold it, and nobody chanted it alive. It got field-built from bad afternoons and handed back out. 7 tools. No incense. Draw your kit. Here is the trap. Amor Fati sounds like a white flag. Smile, accept, stop fighting. It is the exact opposite, the most active thing in the crate. You pick up the hand you were actually dealt, not the one you keep wishing for, and you play it hard. The Stoics built the practice. The Latin name arrived 17 centuries later. 2,000 years of field notes on one problem, the day you cannot take back. No mysticism, no fortune-telling. Open the crate. Lesson 1. The forecast was wrong, or you were, and now it is coming down hard on the one day that could not move. The tickets bought back in March, the outdoor thing. Indoors now, half of it ruined. You are at the window running the timeline where you checked the sky and picked another date. The rain does not care. It never read your calendar. The Stoics ran one move before the rest. Stop wrestling the fact. Marcus wrote it down. Love only what happens, what is spun with the thread of your fate. Spun, past tense. The thread is already on the cloth. You do not get to unpick it. You get to wear it. Fighting what is finished is the only war with no enemy left in the field. The move? When it is done, say it out loud. This happened. 2 words, no but, no if only, 30 seconds. Name it flat, then stop. Most of us keep narrating into the version that never showed. Marcus drilled that same line in a tent on the Danube. One book of his notes is signed off among the Quadi on the river Granua. Plague behind him, a war in front, nobody to say it to but himself. But naming the loss is the easy half. The hard half is stopping the rewrite. Lesson 2. You meant to reply. You hit reply all. The message is gone, out of your hands, into a thread of 40 people, and no key pulls it back. So you sit writing the other version in your head, the one where your thumb landed an inch left. That version is spotless. It is also fiction, and you are living in it rent-free. This is what Marcus called wrestling smoke. The past has no second draft. You cannot edit it, only narrate a cleaner one over the top. That version has never once happened. The clean past is the most expensive fiction you own. Your move. Catch yourself drafting the alternate past and write the real one instead. 1 line. I did this and it is done. Then delete the version where you did not. I tried this on an email I would rather forget. Draft 12 beat draft 1. Not one of them unsent it. Editing the outbox in your head pays nothing and never closes. Lesson 3. You are on the platform and the doors close in your face. You watched the last 30 steps and still missed it. 40 seconds, the length of a held breath, and it just cost you the whole connection. Now you stand on the empty platform doing the maths on the light that held you and the exact place the seconds went. Epictetus taught with a leg that never worked right, and he cut the cleanest handle in the kit. Do not ask, he said, for things to happen as you want them. Wish them to happen as they do, and you go on smoothly. Not pretend it is fine, not lie down. Just quit demanding a past that is not on the shelf. The past does not care. It stopped taking questions the second the doors shut. Next time you catch yourself at "if I had only," change one word and finish it out loud. Not "if I had left earlier," I left when I left. Past tense, flat, done. It buys back the 10 minutes you were about to burn, retiming a train 3 stations gone. You cannot be early for something already left. Lesson 4. The car dies on the hard shoulder on the way to the thing you cannot be late for. Steam, or a warning light, or just silence where the engine used to be. You already know the meeting starts without you, so you stand on the verge, rehearsing the sentence for a room that has stopped waiting. The engine will not turn over because your day mattered. Here is where people misread it. The pushback always lands the same. So I'm supposed to love the crash, the funeral, the worst day of my life? No. Amor Fati is not applause for your lowest hour. It is refusing to live in the hour that did not happen. Marcus buried most of his children. Nowhere in the notebooks does he call it good. He orders himself to stop demanding it had gone otherwise. Fair complaint, wrong tool. Surrender quits the field. Amor Fati stays and asks what the field is good for. The move. Once the thing is fixed and will not move, ask it a working question in writing tonight. Not, why me? Try, what does this now let me do that I could not before? The dead engine cleared an afternoon. Sit in it. When Domitian threw the philosophers out of Rome, Epictetus went to Nicopolis on the Greek coast and started his school over. Romans sailed across the Adriatic to hear him. He lost the city and kept the year. But the broken plan is not the wall you think. Lesson 5. The result is in, and it is a fail. The exam you sat twice, the license, the retraining you told everyone about, one line on a screen and the plan for 2 years quietly folds. You are in the corridor doing what we all do, reading the line again, as if the fourth read might soften it. It will not. Behind you, a version of this year just shut its door without a sound. Marcus had the hardest reframe in the book, and it is not a poster. The impediment to action, he wrote, advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Read plainly, the thing that blocked you is raw material for the next attempt. The fail is not a wall across the road. It is the first honest page of the syllabus, and it names exactly where the gap was. Brutal and free. Tonight, before you close the day, take the one thing that went wrong and make it item 1 on tomorrow's list. Not the whole mountain, the single gap the fail just showed you, written down and dated. That is not losing the year. That is the year handing you a map for free. Turn the wall into a doorway, then walk the part you can reach today. Lesson 6. You find the old photo by accident. The 4 of you, a kitchen you no longer stand in, a friend who is not in your life now and will not be again. No drama, no villain. It wore thin and ended, the way most things do. And still your chest does the thing. You are not missing the person exactly. You are missing the you that did not know it was going to end. Here is the reframe the Stoics run on a loss you cannot reverse. And it is not the sugar line about everything happening for a reason. No reason was owed. The move is colder and kinder. It already happened, so what did it actually hand you? The friendship that ended taught you the shape of the one you would keep. That is salvage, pulled from a wreck you did not choose. Your move. Take one hard thing that is fully over and name a single thing it built in you that is still standing, out loud or one line in your notes, not the whole ledger. One entry, the friend who left and the standard you kept. You are not thanking the loss, you are counting what it left on the beach. Lesson 7, the serious one. Some facts arrive with no appeal window. The permanent no, the door shut for good, the thing not coming back, however many nights you spend rereading the letter. This is not a bad Monday, and Amor Fati keeps the difference straight. This is maintenance, not therapy. If it is heavier than a rough week, that is a different professional, and a good one. For the fixed fact, the Stoics never promised it would feel good. They promised something narrower and truer. You can stop waiting for a different past to arrive. It will not. It picked its shape already, the way the thread was spun before you woke. Loving that is not calling it best. It is opening your hands and ending the vigil for a version that is never walking through the door. The move? Write one sentence tonight. It starts, because that happened, I can now. Finish it honestly. No need to be noble. I found out who actually stays counts. If you cannot finish it yet, date the page and come back in 90 days. You are not asked to be glad. You are asked to stop guarding the door. Let's pack the kit. Say this happened and end the argument. Delete the cleaner past you keep drafting. Wish it as it is, not as you order it. Loving your fate is not surrender. Stay and use the field. Turn the wall into a doorway. Ask what the loss handed you. On the fixed fact, open your hands and end the vigil. 7 tools, no incense, a slave's lecture notes, an emperor's night pages, and every bad afternoon since. The rain still does not care. You just stopped filing complaints with the sky. Nobody in Athens or Rome ever said Amor Fati out loud. The Stoics lived it without the tag. In 1888, a philosopher whose own body was quitting on him gave the practice its Latin name and called it his formula for greatness. to want nothing to be other than it is. He wrote that while he was losing everything. The name was minted by the man with the least reason to love his fate, and he meant it. For years, I ran Amor Fati as a surrender order in nicer wording. Accept it, soften, stand down. That was the wrong read. It was never about wanting less. It is about wanting the ground you were actually handed and fighting to win on it. The past is the one country with no return road. Amor Fati builds on it anyway. Homework is one line. Pick one tool, run it for 24 hours, then tell me in the comments what it cost you. Subscribe if you would rather carry the whole kit than the highlights. Next, Cato, the senator Rome put up for sale who never once named his price, the man nobody could buy. We have questions about what that cost the people who loved him.